Hey guys, welcome back to my Euro Truck 2 Simulator ASMR playthrough. We have currently just accepted a mission, or a order, for some canned tuna, and we're currently going to drive over to where it is located and take it's a decent size. I think we're going somewhere in Italy is where we're going to be going. So, should hopefully make a decent bit of money, and it's not a short journey either, so should hopefully give us a decent amount of cash. I think it's not too much. We'll have a look when we get to the place, but should hopefully be worth it though. We might need to get some fuel on this journey as well, potentially. A bit more as an add-on went up, I think, so we should be fine. As we're still playing on the more difficult economy, so we're not making a lot of money. Should better step through this, hopefully. There's quite a bit of traffic about as well, so do need to be a little bit careful. The last thing I would want to do is have a crash. And a tip would be even worse, so we're about 2k away from where we need to be. Let's be quick, I forgot I've got a train on, so I'm going to be going quite quickly. I think it's just around the corner, so it's not actually too bad. Just scoot myself around here. Ooh, you giving way to me? Please don't go in front of me. That's really not my friend as such. Can't believe it should be here. Freight market. Yeah, canned tuna to Venice, which is in Italy, which is a nice 800k journey. Kilometers even so. Should be fairly good for us. Albeit we don't crash as well, obviously, but like, should be given. Slowly reverse it up. Good to go. Yes, it's a decent sized journey, like. It's not going to be a quick one though, is it? But good thing is it's not too heavy of a load, so come on then. We do not like roundabouts too much. There we go. I can get some speed off. But yeah, we are need fuel very soon though. Could probably do it in this one trip, but I don't feel like it's very wise to try and push it, so probably stop for our fuel at some point, and maybe even a sleep as well. I'm not sure we're gonna have the time for a sleep, but we can see. We'll check when we stop at some point, so rain as well. That's not fun. You gotta be even more careful about trying to brake as well. Okay, quite heavy rain. Wonderful. It's always a good start, isn't it? Just means I have to be a little bit more careful, but I'm not planning to be like rapid today, so. Oh fuck. So far going quite nicely. I've got a little rest stop coming up, which you've already explored, so that's wonderful. We're not going that fast today. I think 80s kind of seems to be the generic, like, top speed you get to. I think there's some roads you can probably get up to 100. I'm not too sure though. I haven't come across any yet. Such a fan of hills, as you probably know, this truck is not, it's not underpowered, it's just not super powerful. Not ideal. It's actually still quite a bit of rain. The road isn't looking too wet though yet, so just need to be careful when I'm trying to brake or turn a corner. And the last thing we want is to tip, because that'll do a lot of damage, and then we'll have to pay to get towed to a repair station, a repair garage or whatever. Which again is more money. We don't really want to be losing. So considering the whole goal today is to make some money. But yeah, could really do with some fuel. Quite up in the smoothest turn. I can't really see that very much, but and it's actually raining quite heavily. I do quite like doing long jobs. This is probably one of the longer ones we've done, so. Obviously whenever we go to new places will always be interesting for us, so. Yeah, it does seem to be getting a bit brighter now. It's almost fully stopped, so well, I'm speeding that a little bit too much. There's a dude in the road as well. I'm raining now. Yeah, we'll just keep on slow. And just keep it a nice steady pace. I think I still like this game. There's not really too much stressful with it. Like, fuel coming up, we might as well. concern is, fuel's going to cost quite a bit. It's probably going to cost more than what we're going to make in this job, so it's not really going to be ideal by any means, but see though. Just roll into it. We haven't actually bought any fuel for a while, so I mean, in this truck it does last quite well. Yeah, 120, that's not ideal. And then we need to, oh, wrong button. There we go. That will cost quite a bit. I'm hoping it won't cost too much, but I can't remember how many litres this vehicle can hold in it. Quite a few. It's still going. It's over £1,000. That's not good. Okay, this thing holds a lot. I think it holds 1,400 litres, I want to say. But we got fuel, so. Delivery is. Okay, we got 26 hours. We've got until the end of Sunday. That's perfect. And, okay, we'll get back. Get money, so. Not too bad. I mean, we'll make some profit still, so. Considering this fuel will last us. Needs to be, yeah, 1,400 litres. That's a lot of fuel. Oh, we can go quite far on it. Some nice sun there as well. Do think we do have time for a sleep as well, so I'll probably do that before it gets too dark. Because driving at night is not the funnest thing in the world for me. I do like the way it can look, also it makes it a bit more easy to crash and stuff, so. Are you gonna let me go? Thank you, sir. We won't sleep yet, we're not, we still got some daylight, so. I think daylight's quite useful. However, this bit of glare is not so useful. Keep it kind of rolling along and we should be good. I haven't been to Italy for quite a while in this game, so also be quite new to us. Okay, we're getting out of the sun, which is wonderful. Because having a big sun blaring from the screen is not the nicest thing. I'm really using barely any fuel cruising at this sort of speed, so. Also, this road does look quite nice. Like the views of this area is quite nice as well. Just putting some on the own tubs of third person is actually like going to be good. But I struggle driving in third person, but like, it does look nice. Minus the subtle sun glare effect, which I mean is not awful. It's just a little bright. You wobbled a bit. Having a nice gentle drive. Not really much happening, is there? It's just a nice flat road. You just chug along. Now what? Do I have a buttons mapped? Was it these ones? There we go. Open up the window a little bit. make it nicer. I can hear my engine as well, which I really like sometimes. Now the other side mapped as well. It's that button. Shit, that's not what we're after. No. I don't know the buttons, okay. Getting a bit too much speed on there. Kept close with it because it is getting up a little bit. I like the engine kind of not too loud, but just kind of there. Let's put that on because I went over too quick. Can't remember, I think it was the retarder. I can't remember. Truck stuff, I'll be honest. I want to go. I might have gone the wrong way. In the wrong way, okay. It's not ideal. I couldn't actually see because of the structure, so. Just means I've got to do a little bit of a longer route. Not too bad, just to go up and then turn around at some point, but obviously not ideal, but quite sure when we can turn around, but I don't know which lane I'm meant to be in. It's right for that should be a lot faster than what it is. Like 4 lanes, I should be able to go whizzing down now. Sorry, I'm drifting again. Turn off, yeah. Ooh, that was not good maneuvering, but trying to damage Oopsie. I just gotta do the loop and then we're good. Ooh, that's not ideal. Around we go nice and carefully, because you can tip on these sort of curves, more so when you're going down them, but still nonetheless, so we're going to go a little bit steady. Back on this side we'll go a bit more careful, because I don't really want to tip. I'll just roll down nice and steady. Okay, wonderful. Lost a little bit of time, but that's not might be an issue for too much longer, so that's always nice. No, I should have done that, yeah, got big side. Yeah, took a stand, yeah. Perfect. Might drive a bit into the line, to be fair, because it's not too bad. Seems a little bit of a sketchy speed limit for this road, but no one else coming. I didn't even check. That's bad from me. Can I pull out, please? Could have probably stopped there, but I think the next place will stop at sleep. Actually, no, it's still early, we've got plenty of time. I need to get some speed down there. Yeah, it's moving a little bit too quick. I do like to just roll though, because it saves so much fuel, and it actually adds up quite quickly as well. Considering that's going to be our main like constant expense, so if I can cut down on how much we spend on fuel, it's a good time. We've got 600 kilometers left, which, I mean, it does go down quite quick. And I might really speed. I go a little bit over the speed limit on occasion, but that's more just because I don't want to brake every 2 seconds. So, especially when I'm going down hills, I just let it cruise for a bit. It's definitely starting to get dark. Why have you gone so slow? Oh, this looks bad. Right, what's going on? This looks like the last thing you'd want to end up in. Oh, This does not seem good. Try rolling backwards as well. It seems like a worst case type of thing. Let me see what's going on. Oh, it's just roadworks and cars aren't doing a good job filtering. Okay. That's not too bad then. Okay, should be past the worst of it now. Could have been a lot worse though. I stand this road because I might overtake him. Keyword be admire. Then we just back on the speed. That did get really hard to see though. Come on, give me all the beans. Okay, it's not an easy overtake. I don't want to speed too much, but I do want to get in front of him without just like making him stop. Okay, small bit of speed and check it done. We should be fine ahead now. There we go. Good. We were not cool speeding, so that's perfect. And if I put them up, but then they just blind people, don't they? So. Gonna be asleep anytime soon. Kind of scary when you can't see what's ahead of you, like. I'd much rather see what's in front. There's no cars around, so it should be fun. I can actually go a lot faster, actually. Okay. That'd be a rest station, but it's just a road number. We've got a bit downhill, nice. Love me some downhill. Might be a bit of a steep one, but... There we go, beautiful. Oopsie. That was a small accident. Luckily we took no damage from it, so... That was on me though. Should have planned ahead a lot better. Ah, sleepy place, perfect. So I'm really not too much of a fan of driving at night. Just gotta find a nice little place to park our truck. Okay. Yeah. Have a little sleep. Should take us till 6 in the morning. Beautiful. Oh, I got low air. Okay. That's not so good. Ouch. I remember that's what helped it. I feel like I can't remember why this happens. I guess we got air pressure's low or something. There we go. Yeah, cool. Oh, needing gear. It'll be fun. We hope. It's well where this truck's got a lot of wear and tear on it. Sometimes it happens. I think it's to do with the air pressure, but we just won't brake for a bit, we should be good. Back on the road. We're done, well, we just got under 500 kilometres left. So far, we're not going too bad. There you go, that gauge has now gone up nicely. Perfect. Should be good. This truck's not like 100% healthy. It's not damaged, it's just got wear and tear on it, so over time it's going to have issues, but it will hopefully get enough money before it has too many issues. And at some point we'll buy a new truck or something. Which, I mean, buying a new truck is always fun. was kind of partial to just keeping one truck though, but we can definitely switch them up. This is quite a hill. And we got a little bit quicker. I should say we should have this job done in a half an hour maybe. I think so, because progress is going quite nice. Should be there by 1 o'clock in the afternoon as well, so it's going on quite so far along. We'll explore this place. Actually, it'll make me slow down on me. Great. Give it a little bit more speed and then we should be good. Yeah, our fuel's lasting a long time to be fair. It really is not going down that much. Which is a very good thing with this truck. I think it's also because it's only a 2x... yeah, it's only like a 2x2 or 4-wheel truck, whatever you want to call it. But it's not great at like heavy cargoes or anything, because it doesn't have a good engine, and also I think it's just the wheelbase of it. Long distance, light loads, perfect. Which is kind of more what we're doing these days, so I'll probably get my next truck will be more dedicated towards heavy loads, which you can make some good money from them. But definitely going up a bit of hills in on flat out and it's not really increasing speed. Kind of how I tell these days. Nice bridge. Right, 400 kilometers left. Yeah, we can make some good progress here. Really just does kind of just go that line. Not sure when it's going to level up as well. We might be quite a bit away. Here's the thing with this, we'll be doing lots of driving, which is how upside of this game is driving, so type of game I would be wanting though is like a survival type of truck again. We have to like eat, look after your health and all that stuff, as well as drive trucks. I mean, there was the Alaskan trucking simulator. I'm not quite sure what happened to it. Because I knew it came out in early access or something. Then I think it had a bunch of bugs or something, and then it hasn't received updates as far as I'm aware. Could be wrong about that, so if I correct me, but like, that game when I saw it, I thought it did look quite interesting. But unfortunately, I don't think it quite done it right, because you could get out your truck, you could do maintenance on it, you could do all that sort of stuff. Thought it was quite cool, but I should check up on what actually happened to it later. Because if it's thriving on that, I've somehow missed it, then that'd be bad for me. But I'm typically quite up on keeping up with games to some degree. Best ever, but I check every now and again. I'd also be quite interested in like a farming sim sort of game. But the latest like farming simulators haven't done much for me, I'll be honest. The last one I played, well, I've played them all. Because I'm a sucker for them, I've played them since like 2013. I think Farming Sim 2013. I bought on a whim, fell in love with it, enjoyed it. Then since then, every one I've bought. From 2019, or Farming Sim 19, I should say. They kind of just lost a bit of their. I don't know. A lot of people seem to enjoy them more. I've enjoyed them less. I don't know particularly why. It's a bit of a weird thing. Because up until 19, everyone I enjoyed more than the last. I think it was in 2022, I want to say. 19, I can't quite remember. I know they changed it from going from like a number system, but yeah, 2022. I played a decent, probably like 200 hours off, but I didn't really get hooked on it too much. It was more of like trying to get hooked on it, but it's a bit of a struggle. But yeah, and then I played 2025, which I could maybe go back and revisit it because I played it on PS5, and all I'm gonna say is that was loaded with bugs. Like, I had so many crashes, so many glitches, so many issues. Still played like 80 hours, so I actually quite enjoy it. Because again, it's a game where you can just sit back, and if it's a chill game, I'll play quite a long time without too much issue. Like, can I slip in here anywhere? Well, it's not like you can never see that easily if there's a car under you. But yeah, it's like the farming sim games. They always have a special place for me. Just want something else from them. I don't know quite. Maybe a bit more realism. I'm not too sure. But I'm pretty sure I do have farming sim on PC actually. I'm not sure if it's 22 or 25, but I'll double check on that actually, because I've got no idea what else to do it these days. But if it's like where they fixed a lot, I mean, I think a lot of the bugs were just PS5 or console related. So if I get on PC, it might not be too bad, but it depends how big it is to run, because my PC is it's not like a ancient thing, but it's borderline getting old, so. Because I've upgraded parts, but I've still got like a 3060, an RTX 3060, which is pretty decent, but I'm not sure how good it is for newer games, because in a lot of new games I need like 4060 or whatever, so a little outdated. Not super, it still does enough to play the majority of the games I want, so. Most of the ones it can't play are ones that aren't optimised that well to begin with, so I'm like, it's not too much of an issue. But my main issue, I think, is almost going to be RAM as well, because I've only got like 16 gigs, which, when I was building my PC a few years ago, was often sufficient for every game. Like 16 was the maximum you'd ever need. But nowadays I'm seeing games come out, they have like 32 gigs of RAM, and I'm just like, that's a lot. Like, yeah, you can still do the minimum, but like, when 16 used to be like the most you'd ever need, but graphics of games are getting better, which is a good thing. Not the best thing for my bank account, because it does not like me when I buy PC parts. because they're typically quite expensive, but at the end of the day though, I play on my PC quite a lot, so it's typically a worthy purchase for an upgrade, but doesn't need one just yet. As long as it's still kicking along, it will do. And also, I mean, I do like to play quite a few old games anyway. Like this game's from like 2012, I want to say, could be earlier. I can't remember. It's an old game, no, it's a lot. I'm not too concerned about playing like the newest game or the latest game. If it's a good game, sure. I mean, I've got so many like backlog of games to get through, so I'm not too concerned. As long as I can still play all them, that's the main thing. Any of my games like this, I mean, I've got so many hours on this game. It's my most played game on Steam, and it's like graphically intense. Could be optimised a bit better, but it's not like awful. You'll probably run on a potato without too much issues though. I've got 240 kilometres left, which is still making really good progress. This area does seem quite nice. Assuming we're heading into Italy. Got an Italy type of feel from what I can gather from it. Which then that my knowledge of places and what they look like is pretty minimal. I haven't really got too much of a clue. Slow down a little bit. I quite like all these tunnels we've been going through. I think some of my favourite places is like in Norway and Finland and that kind of place. They've got some really interesting sort of tunnels and stuff. I've not been in Italy too much. I don't actually know too much about it. So. I don't know, Spain or France I'm not that big of a fan of because of tolls everywhere. Where else? I quite like the eastern side of the map. But I mean, it's the newer side in it, so it's going to look a bit better, but I should also probably look at when the Nordic Highway or island areas they're doing at some point. I remember doing like a vlog or something about it a while ago. But again, I haven't really kept up to date with this game in the last like 6-7 months, so. Which is kind of a shame because I do love this game, it's just I've been playing other things, so. That's just how it happens, can I play so many games at once, and this is one that got left behind a little bit, but I'm picking it back up again, so. Which is also half the purpose of these videos is, A, it's a nice chill thing, and also I'm trying to get, like, a video every day again, because I was doing that in the past. But recently, it's been kind of difficult to record lots of videos in my current situation, so. I mean, can I go through these? I don't think I can. We'll give it a go, we'll see. Sometimes they're automatic ones, sometimes they're not. I've been screwed by them a few times. Okay, it's good. This game's always just a fun time. Same as SnowRunner really, both the games have a similar place. Only difference is I find of them, this game's a lot more relaxing, because of less stress. SnowRunner has a lot more, you feel accomplished when you do certain things in it, whereas this game, don't really get that accomplishment because it's quite a straightforward, easy game anyway. Let's just don't total your truck. You're doing good. As I do find whenever I play SnowRunner, when you complete a region, it feels good. Something like, or even just half a map or to complete that. When you're always completing something and progressing, which I really enjoy in it. So. Which is one the SnowRunner Let's Play. I am probably planning to do every season. Will it take a long time? Probably. That doesn't matter to me. Which is in, I mean, I'm still on Michigan on that. We've got like 16 seasons to get through for the current game. And I mean, I think they're doing a year 5 pass, which should go up to season 20. But, I mean, we got a lot of SnowRunner to play. But, I mean, it'll get done when it gets done. I'm in no hurry for it, so. And there is also, I believe there was a made by the same people that do SnowRunner, but they're also doing like a proper trucking game like this. It's called Road King or something. Definitely be keeping my eye out for that because it could be interesting. No clue what it could entail though, which is the thing, because you know, I have also got the what's it called? The SnowRunner Expedition Mudrunner game. I can't remember what that game is called. Which is made by the same people who made SnowRunner. I gave it a solid like 6-7 hours playtime. I just couldn't really get into it because it's very similar to SnowRunner, but it's a lot more scout focused, which I did kind of find wasn't so much my cup of tea. The game wasn't bad by any means, but it's not really quite what I play SnowRunner for, or even the old Mudrunner game. It's got a bit more vibes of Mudrunner, but I don't know. My other issue I have with it is that a very slightly different control layouts and control things, which makes when you go back to play SnowRunner, you have to keep thinking of what buttons to press and everything, and that's a bit confusing for me. I'd rather just keep it to one like SnowRunner type of game at a time. Because even like Roadcraft, I did play the beta for that. And I did actually kind of enjoy it, but then I'm like, the controls are so different from SnowRunner. It's very difficult to play both at once. Especially in SnowRunner, if you sometimes you need to press buttons quickly, if you have to think about what button you're pressing. It just makes it more likely for you to mess up in some way or another, so. SnowRunner will probably be one of my most played games if it's one or the other. Just from the fact amount of content that's in both. Like this game you can drive for many hours. There's also modded maps you can get as well, so like there's plenty of stuff in this game. And I mean SnowRunner is probably the only game I can think of that isn't like an MMO type of game with the amount of content it actually has in it. Granted there's a lot of like add-ons with the DLCs and stuff, but like they're typically not that expensive, so I don't see an issue. Plus they do year passes which often go on sale, so I'm like, it's really not that bad. So for content, probably one of the best games to buy and play. It's probably because one of the games that if someone said you're going to play one game for the rest of your life, with that game. Because I mean, there's so much content, so we'll do it for at least a few years. Oh, we've got some wonderful towels again. Lovely. Been on this ride for ages, to be fair. I'm gonna be like a sheep and follow the other people. I know I might better go. Should we try? You know, because they got like. This one's got a green tick on it, so I assume it's good. I really don't know much about towels, I'll be honest. Just follow the caravan. £37. Lovely. I got 80 kilometres. We actually made some really good progress. I've just been waffling about games and stuff. Wonderful. It also is one of the good things of the game. Is I couldn't even do more like type of videos because you don't really need to focus too much on the game itself. So if you do want to see me ramble about some random topics, down for that anytime. So if you have any topics you would like to ramble about, mention them in the comments and I can ramble away quite happily most of the time. So. Especially anything like game related. Because I mean, games are fun, so. Under 60 kilometres left. Should be getting into the town fairly soon. We used only like 400 litres of fuel as well, so yeah, it's incredibly fuel efficient. As I'm not like revving it full beans all the time either, kind of letting it coast a decent bit. I feel like the only times you need to really be careful with fuel, like when you're going to be burning loads, is when you're going above the speed limit, or with heavy loads, but like, this entire journey I've been like cruising above it, like 82 or something, but not really pushing it. You only really burn through when you're trying to speed and like playing it like a racing game, which I try not to do because I have done it. It's more when you're playing with friends you do that, because if they're going faster you want to try and overtake them and then you have fun like that. But I wouldn't do that on this sort of account because that's going to get expensive really quickly. Considering I've played with some friends and I've ended up going to space because them two were trying to overtake each other and I just got sandwiched against the wall when I was being a relatively safe driver at the time. But I just got squidged against the wall and then went to space and it was quite amusing. But not really good for your bank account, but that was on the account where I had like millions of money, so it's not really an issue. But yeah, that's the only time I really drive like a maniac, is when in a lot of fun. But I haven't played multiplayer too much recently because a lot of my friends seem to have issues staying awake when playing this game. They will literally fall asleep while playing, which I can fully understand, but it's not the most best thing ever, because you'll just see them drive headfirst into the ball without realising, which is typically quite amusing still, but like, it's not ideal. Okay, we need to slow right down. This is a really slow place. Okay, we've actually made it here in some quite good time as well, which is always good. I'm revving the shit off my truck at the moment. This hill's actually quite a steep hill. I've indicated a tiny bit early, as I just realised. We should get some decent money. Haven't crashed yet, so that's always a bonus. Well, we did have that little scuff, but nothing too bad. To be fair, also another trucking game I could play at some point is ATS, because I've played it like 20 hours maybe, but not properly. So it could be another trucking game we could go to, but I'd have always just preferred Euro Truck, probably because I'm more in Europe than America. In America does seem to have just very big open roads, which I mean this game has a lot of like motorways. I still find them slightly more interesting than big open roads, so I'm like, it's hard to say. And also I don't have a lot of the DLC either, so I don't want to go buying all that again as well. So I'm like, yeah, nobody kept me on it. Probably still a very good game, probably a better game because the more recent one, but I think at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter which one you're playing, to be fair. It depends if you want to drive in Europe, then Euro Truck. If you want to drive in America, yes. Well, it's literally that straightforward for me, so. Zoom in so now I go, okay, next book is beautiful. Turns out it's a little bit hard to see the thing. Let's pull in here. Ooh, a bit of time, not too bad, but see if we can still reverse like a good egg. Line the bum up. Try and not crash. I feel like this one's going to go as was the first episode we've done. I'm going to straighten this up. That's the indicator. So we try to do snow on the control says. I keep trying to press like L1 to get the gearbox up. I don't know why. Well, I don't know why snow runner, but like, it's not helpful. There we go. Then we put the back wheel into the back corner, and then everything else should follow suit quite nicely. Because some people find reverse quite difficult, but I think it's just wow, I've grown up playing this game. Reversing just kind of isn't too difficult for me. Obviously, if it's some of the more tight stuff, then I struggle. I mean, we're not too far away from leveling up. Got decent-ish money. The grand's not too bad for nearly 1,000. It's like a little bit more than how far we drive, so. Our profits, 3 grand, so. I do think this is where we'll leave it for today. I hope you've all enjoyed. If you have, hit the like button, subscribe, and I shall see you all in the next one. Peace.